Have you found that since starting practicing your gratitude, when you do it, does it vary in how long it takes you to think of things to be grateful for, or because it's just part of your daily routine now, do the things that you're grateful for come naturally to you, or are there times that you have to think quite hard about it?
It's very random. It's very random. Some days it's going to be very easy. Some thought will come very easy. I could have two thoughts that will come very easily, and I could struggle for the third one. Um, Sometimes it's going to be very difficult. It's going to take me 5 minutes to find things that I could be grateful for. Most of the time, this happened when you really had a challenging day, when you when you really had a thing after another, after another, after another, and you get home and it's one of these days where you just like, and you had enough. You can feel that, and in those ones, this is where the hard work kicks in. But you see, I found that these days are very interesting because let me give you an example. If you go to the gym, and every day you go to the gym, you have to do a weight exercise. Um, if you go to the gym and it's consistently easy, you actually don't progress. But if you go to the gym and you reach that stage where you are exhausted and your muscle are telling you, I cannot do this anymore, and you're pushing, if you have a coach, your coach is going to tell you, you got to push now, you got to push harder now, because this is where you're going to grow. This is where you're going to develop yourself. This is where you're going to build your muscle. So if you want to make your body stronger, you need to put yourself through that process of pain, kind of, where you push your limit. And if you prefer, the brain is exactly the same. So when you're in those days where it is very challenging and you don't feel like it, it's a double reason to do it, because you will stretch yourself on there and you will make the exercise necessary to create this positive vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. Your brain is there to grow and to be challenged, so doing that is obviously going to benefit you. How can you overcome the feeling of discouragement if perhaps you're starting out with gratitude, or even if you've been practicing it for a while, of not finding something to be grateful for? Because I know if I look at my life, I've got so many things to be grateful for, but what if there's a couple of days where I'm finding it really hard, and that could be quite discouraging, and I may think, oh, but I've got so many things to be grateful for. Why can't I think of just 3 today? How can you kind of overcome that barrier of perhaps feeling a bit discouraged?
So basically, when you start to, it's going to be a snowball effect. When you start to be grateful for different things, like every night when you go to bed, you wake up in the morning, you do a bit of your meditation, your awareness and all of that, you create these kind of positive things into your brain. The interesting thing is you will, unconsciously speaking, starting to do more action for which you will be grateful for later on. So it's really, it's a very interesting thing to see that is people practicing, like we were saying, for example, people practicing meditation, they seem to be a bit wiser. They seem to be a bit more control. People practicing grateful, they seem to be a lot more compassionate. They seem to be a lot more generous as well, because they realize that they realize of the good that it creates to do the action. I'm happy for this, I enjoy that, and because of this, they're going to create more things that they can be grateful for. It's a very interesting thing. The brain works magic for that. Now, it is true that I've been working with some clients, and they tell me exactly this. They're like, I'm still struggling. How can I? I don't think there's anything grateful for in my life. Most of the time, when we reach that stage, there is something a lot deeper into this, and basically, it is going above and beyond the fact that they're not grateful for something. It is the reason why can't you allow yourself to be grateful for something? which is a way deeper conversation that we have with clients. And here we're really talking about the job of, that's what I do basically with my clients when I do NLP. It's really digging about why don't you allow yourself to be grateful? Because if you don't allow yourself to be grateful, you don't allow yourself to be happy, by the way. That's something that works hand in hand. And so most of the time when you start digging into this, you realize that people have, we call that the self-beliefs. And they have like a self-belief about themselves, that they're not good enough, that they're sad all the time, that they're depressed, and that they don't deserve to be happy. And to give you a simple picture, it's the same as if you were carrying a bag on your shoulder, a 60 kg bag on your shoulder, or a 100 kg bag on your shoulder. It's heavy. It's extremely heavy. And I like to say, drop your luggage just for a second. Drop your bag on the floor just for a second. How does that feel? I feel so much better. I feel relief and all of that and so on. And because of this, then they create the space for them to be happy, to be grateful for such and such. And like I said, what can you be grateful for at that moment? And they think, and I'm like, come on, you just dropped your bag. What are you grateful for dropping your bag? And they're just like, it's true. I'm the one who dropped the bag. You didn't drop the bag for me. I did it myself. I can be grateful for this. And it creates the space already for more gratefulness around this.
Right. So sometimes it just might take a little bit of encouragement, and then that snowball effect can start again and ideas will start flowing.
Yeah, 100%. It's about a bit of encouragement and everything. And so, sometimes, because not everyone can work with a coach, and I get that. So my best recommendation is just give a call to someone you love. Give a call that someone that's going to cheer you up. Give a call that it could be parents, it could be family, like children or something like this, or friends or whatever. Give a call to someone that will tell you you've done a great job. Like, I like you, you're a great person, you're generous and all that. We all have one person like this in our life. We all have someone like this in our life. Well, if we need to call that person at that moment, then let's do it. Because that person will trigger the spark that will then create that positive thing. But we need that dose of positivity in our day.